D, wait for it, light bulb.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Also down below, you can find the articles that I read to do this video for you, and you can read them and formulate your own opinion. So before we get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube has recently done a bot and old account cleanse/purge, and there's a lot of collateral damage. So consider liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos, and I thank you in advance for that. So why don't we just go ahead and dive right into these stories. So for my first story, this is a recent picture from the Friends cast that Jennifer Aniston posted on Instagram, and people are pretty excited. I'm pretty sure they were just hanging out, and they have stayed friends because they're actually friends in real life, and the show is called Friends, and they were very close to each other while they were filming that show, and I'm pretty sure that they've genuinely continued to hang out. And one can't help but wonder if this is a bit of a negotiating tool to help get a considerable amount of money for this Friends reunion, and that's what I'm talking about in this story. Now, they of course are one of the first cast to band together to keep their salaries at the same level, and you know, often a star of a show will get paid more than everybody else. For instance, on The Big Bang Theory, of course, everyone became a millionaire working on that show, but the guy that plays Sheldon, I'll remember his name in a minute, and of course Penny and Leonard, they all got paid probably the most out of everybody. And I'm pretty sure that Jim Parsons, that's his name, is the one that got paid the more than everybody else because he kept winning awards for that role. So anyways, Lisa Kudrow, who went to Harvard with Conan O'Brien, got the clever idea for all of them to band together to get a lot of money, and they did. And now none of them ever have to work again because they make so much money, not only off of the original salary of that show, but also just syndication. And Friends is quite popular. Now, of course, it was a staple for Netflix for years, and the contract came up, and HBO Max just recently paid $125 million to get this show on their streaming service, because people love to watch Friends. For instance, I have a friend that is obsessed with it, and she loves to watch it all the time. And my sister-in-law will fall asleep to this because she plays it as almost like a story tape. So, of course, HBO Max, which is about to launch, was like, hey, how do we get people to be excited to tune into our streaming service? I know, let's get Friends. And not just old friends, but let's also get new friends. Now, this isn't going to necessarily be a new show. This is going to be a 1-hour special. And they are spending $20 million off the top for salaries. And it's a good thing because a lot of these people don't work anymore, and they're going to make about $3 to $4 million each episode, or each, not episode, just each for this special, which is only 1 hour. And considering how popular this will probably be, I think that that's worth the amount of money that these actors are getting. And of course, you're also paying them to promote the crap out of it, and I think they definitely will. And I think this also speaks to HBO and the fact that they're making some considerable moves with their streaming service. For instance, the producers and creators of Friends said that they would never come back and have the cast return to make something new because they said that they were done. But they made the impossible happen, and I think that moving forward, not only can they make this happen, but maybe they can make other things that were impossible possible. So that's my first story. So for my second story, Juju Mbatha-Raw is joining the cast of the Disney Plus Loki series. Now, the actress who most recently appeared in The Morning Show will appear opposite Tom Hiddleston, reprising his role from the Avengers movies, as well as Owen Wilson and Sophia DiMartino. There are no details regarding the specifics of Mbatha-Raw's character available at this time. Loki was defeated at the start of the Avengers Infinity War, but he didn't stay that way, and now the scene-stealing villain is poised to headline his own show in the new generation of Marvel TV, which centers on this series that are much more closely tied to the events of the movies than previous shows had been. The star, who has also appeared in movies like Beauty and the Beast and A Wrinkle in Time for Disney, was supposedly one of the actors who came very close to landing the role in Birds of Prey, The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I believe she was up for the role of Black Canary, which that movie disappointed at the box office last weekend, in spite of solid reviews at the beginning and a decent audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, it will be interesting to see what character she ends up playing on Loki for Disney+. And now, speaking of Harley Quinn, that moves me over to my third story of the day, and that is that Warner Brothers has decided, and in only some places decided, to change the title of their movie from Birds of Prey, The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, to Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Now, a lot of people are referencing this to Edge of Tomorrow when it went back to Live, Die, Repeat, which was a very good title, which they should have stuck with that one at the beginning. Now, only a few sites have kept it the original title, but AMC and Regal have all changed the title to Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Now, I think that this is not going to make any difference whatsoever except for embarrassment for the movie, which it's already pretty embarrassing. It's still the same movie. It still has many of the same problems. And also, no one had a problem with figuring out that this was a Harley Quinn movie. Everybody knew it was Harley Quinn movie. And she's been front and center in the entire campaign. I mean, like, the entire ad campaign. I mean, if you could look at every single poster, and she is front and center on every single one. So most of the people that this movie would appeal to, the title change wouldn't matter because they can't go see the movie anyways, because its R rating has lots of problems there, and I think that people would be like, it's still Birds of Prey, even if you tag on the fact that it's Harley Quinn's first name. I think it's a lot to do about nothing. And I think that there's a lot of misinformation online. I mean, there was this tweet from this woman on Twitter, and she was saying, oh, nobody's talking about the first weekend of Birds of Prey making back its budget. And after she was getting a bunch of people saying that they were trying to explain it to her, even though I work in the industry, and it's like, if you do work in the industry, and I checked her out, and it doesn't look like that she works in the industry. I mean, she kind of works in the entertainment, in entertainment in some degree, but she certainly doesn't know anything about the movie business, and even less about the box office. I don't even work in the industry, but at least I can research a little bit and tell what's going down. And at the end of the day, you only get about 50% of the box office that actually goes back to the studio. So Warner Brothers only made about $40 million, and then it's around 84, which is the conservative budget, and some people feel it's even closer to $100 million after the reshoots. But even that doesn't include all the money spent on advertisement for a blockbuster movie. And it's usually around $100 million for a blockbuster. Now, I'm not sure if they spent $100 million on Birds of Prey, but I can tell you right now that they did spend a lot of money because they sent all of the press to the London opening, and that probably cost a pretty penny. And you don't want to engage in anything like that with someone like that, because that's like trying to explain to somebody that dinosaurs really did exist when they don't believe that they did, even though there's bones and stuff. And it's just they're just so far gone that they are so determined to be wrong that there's just really nothing you can say to them to convince them that they are wrong. So that's my third story. Those are all my stories of the day. So tell me, what did you guys think about these three stories? How do you feel about the Friends reunion on HBO Max and that 1 hour special? Are you guys excited for that and everything? Are you going to get HBO Max? How do you feel about Juju Mbatha-Raw joining the cast of Loki for Disney Plus and that streaming service? Do you have Disney Plus? If not, are you going to get Disney Plus anytime soon? And then how do you feel about Birds of Prey changing their title and everything? And are you going to go see it now that they changed their title? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Sunday on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that geek what icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.